Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is going to be my Colourpop first impressions video, and just let me tell you, so this video did not turn out at all how I wanted it to. I was really hoping that I could do this full makeup look, and I just constantly had makeup fail after makeup fail, and it was just not working out. But I was just like, you know what the heck, I took the time to go ahead and film this, so I will just give you guys my first impressions of the Colourpop products that I used. I did an eye look in this particular video, but I completely hated how it turned out. It did not turn out the way I wanted to. So I just kind of skipped that part completely and just went on to the face, because those are the products that I really wanted to try out, which were the concealers, the bronzer, highlighter, and so yeah, I'm just it's pretty hilarious how it turned out. So you guys will definitely see in the videos. So let's get right on to it. So first off, what I did is that I was just kind of assessing my skin, because as I stated in previous video, I hadn't been feeling well. My skin has suffered a little bit from that, and so I already, washed my face, and I had done the eye look that didn't go the way I wanted it to, and so I'm just like, whatever. So now I'm putting on my primer, and I'm just getting my skin prepared for using the concealers. So I saw another YouTuber use the concealer as a foundation, so I decided, hey, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna go ahead and try to use this concealer as a foundation. So the first thing that I do before I do my foundation, a lot of YouTubers do this, I've been doing this for several years because I'm extremely oily, is that I put on a powder after I put on my primer to kind of set my primer, but also to keep my skin matte, because there's those extra layers there, so that way oil doesn't peek through so quickly. And so so anyway, there was like a YouTuber who used I forgot who it was, but it was a YouTuber. She decided to use the concealer as a overall foundation. So I was like, oh yeah, this foundation looks dark enough, so it should be able to, work as a foundation for me, and then the lighter one that I have, I'll use it as a concealer. So I'm just kind of like, okay, this should work. And because from the videos that I've seen, the concealers are really nice, and so I definitely wanted to give it a shot. So again, right now I'm just going ahead, putting on the powder, getting my skin prepared for my concealer application, and I'm just using a sponge, a damp sponge, to apply that. And this sponge is from Shop Miss A, so it's like $1. It's a really nice sponge. It's really soft and squishy, and it cleans really easily, so I really like this sponge. That is my overall powder sponge that I always use. Okay, and then I'm just taking my brush here, and I'm just kind of dusting away any excess powder that may be on my face. So I'm just taking care of that. As you can see in the video, my skin is really shiny after I clean it, so I want to matte that down. Okay, so the concealers that I'm using are the Deep 70 and Rich 75. So I'm using Rich 75 as my foundation. And I love the applicator. The applicator makes applying the product really easy. It's really soft. It's probably one of my favorite applicators, because I do overall love the applicators for Colourpop. And so as you guys can see, as I'm putting on this concealer, it's really creamy. It almost reminds me of like a pudding, and it kind of looks like a pudding too, especially on my skin tone. I don't know why I kept going, but I did. I was just like, oh, this color doesn't look right, but I'm gonna give it a try. I'm just gonna go ahead, give it a try, blend it out, see what it's all about. So I'm using my Real Techniques beauty sponge, and it's also damp, and I'm blending in, and in a moment you'll see the shock factor on my face when I realize yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. It's quite yeah, it doesn't. No, yeah, it shouldn't have used this as a foundation at all. It does not match my skin because it's so red. Like, the redness in this is insane, and I just could not help but laugh because I'm like, oh my god, I look ridiculous. But I've already started, so I might as well finish. So now that I've had a good moment to laugh at myself, I just was like, whatever, I'm continuing. So I'm using a Deep 70 as a highlighting concealer. So I'm putting that on my forehead, my nose, my chin, and then under my eyes. And I was thinking, okay, because this is a little bit lighter, maybe it will even out the tone issue that is happening. So I put that on, and I just went back in with my Real Techniques beauty blender, and I just went ahead and blended that out. And the one thing that I do love about these concealers, they are so smooth and so creamy, and they blend out so nicely. Like, I really do love the finish. If my color match was right, it would be bomb. I think that this highlighting concealer that I'm using would look fantastic with my actual foundation. So maybe I will, try to do a look or something using my actual foundation, but these concealers are bomb. I really like them, and I really like the finish of it. I know I have like lighting, and my camera is kind of softening my appearance a bit, but it really does look really smooth and nice, and I just cannot stop laughing at myself because of how like ridiculous my foundation looks. But overall, like, these concealers are really smooth, so I really recommend them. Make sure you get the right color though, but they really do look really nice. Okay, and so now I'm going back in and just setting everything with my Laura Mercier powder. And so I'm just setting under my eyes, my nose, my forehead, my chin, kind of sculpting my face a little bit with the powder. And then once, I've gotten that, I don't let it like super bake. I just kind of put it in place, let it sit for a quick moment, and then I brush it off. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with this bronzer. I believe this one is Bits and Pieces, and when I first saw it online, it looked really deep, like it can be like a pressed powder, but it's so much more on the red side, as you can see. So I decided to use it like a bronzer blush, and I'm like, hey, my face is already like super red, whatever, let's go with this theme, let's make it a thing. I'm gonna call this sunburn chic. There we go, just red all over. But yeah, so I went ahead, and I do like the color payoff of this. Like, it's really pigmented, and so I really like the color payoff of it. But of course, I'm gonna have to use it in different circumstance because it was just really crazy with this look. So as you can see, I just could not stop cracking up at myself because I was just like, oh my gosh, I look so ridiculous. But I was trying so hard to make this look work. So now I'm going to use a Total Package, which is a highlighter from Colourpop, of course. And I really do love the glow that this particular powder or this particular highlighter gives. However, it's really powdery and there is fallout all over the place. Again, on camera you can't really see it, but in real life I had to kind of clean up my face because there was just like little powder specks like all over my face and all over my shirt. So it is really powdery, and I don't know if maybe it's the product or if it's my brush. I should have just probably, sprayed my brush with some with a setting spray, and that probably would have made the fallout extremely less. But just using the product itself with my fan brush, there was lots of fallout. But overall, again, it still gives this amazing glow. Like, it's so pretty. I'm really obsessed with the glow of this product. Okay guys, so that was the total try out look that I did, and overall I really do like the Colourpop products. However, I just think that you have to make sure that you get everything in the color that you need, otherwise it could be disastrous like this look. Overall, the product for the actual concealers, they're very creamy, they're very easy to apply, they're really nice, so I'm really here for that. In regards to the powders, the Bits and Pieces, the darker one, I'm going to use that as a blush. That's what I think it would be great for, and I think it will look really good on my with my foundation. I think it will just blend and look really nice. And then of course for the highlight, I just think the highlight is bomb. It's so pretty. Again, the fallout, I probably can work with that by spraying my brush with some setting spray, but I mean, the glow that it gives, I'm just like, oh yes girl, yes, glow to the gods girl. Super pretty glow. So I do recommend these products. Just be very careful, make sure you get the right color, and I think it'll be great for you. So that's all I have to say about that, guys. I will be on vacation because my mom is coming into town. I haven't seen her in like almost 5 years since I moved to Oregon, so I will not be making any videos for like a week. So just I hope you guys don't miss me too much. So with that said, I will see you guys in the next video, probably not, you know, the week coming, but next week. And just have a great, you know, weekend, and I totally love you guys. Bye.